Good morning. So today we're going to do a little bit of yoga movement, and then we are going to get into some rollout with our shoulder girdle and hip area. Okay, so we're just going to flow a little bit so we can get our blood circulating, and which will help with our rollout and lengthening and stretching of our muscles. Okay, so let's get into downward facing dog. We're going to get right into down dog. And spreading your fingertips out like starfish. Feet should be hip width distance. Hands should be shoulder width distance. And I want you to inhale up onto your toes. Roll your sit bones up a little bit more. Exhale, sink the heels down. Inhaling up onto your toes. Roll your sit bones up. Exhale, sinking the heels down. And one more time, inhaling up. Roll your sit bones up. Exhale, sinking the heels down. Shoulders drawing out to the side. Think about the eye of your elbow floating forward. And you can begin to bicycle, drawing one heel down. Inhale, transition. Exhale, sink the other heel down. Using your breath to move. Inhale, transition. Exhale, sink. Inhale, transition. Exhale, sink. Good. And then draw both heels down, holding here in downward facing dog. Inhaling into plank. Exhale, drop the knees, drop the toes, sinking into extended child's pose. Good. Inhale into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's move through here. Just easy flow. Inhaling into plank. Exhale, extended child's pose. Inhale into plank. Shoulders should be over the wrists. Try to externally rotate the hands with the eye of the elbow pointing forward. Coming into your down dog, sinking the heels a little bit closer to the ground. And just taking an assessment of how you're feeling each time you go into the pose. With your child's pose, really push the hands forward, sinking your glutes to your heels. Deepen your breath. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale through your mouth. Take that next inhale, float into plank. Exhale, down dog. Let's bring the right leg up. Sinking the left heel down here. On the next inhale, float into plank, keeping that right leg elevated. Good. Exhale, now we drop the knees, the toes. Exhale, extended child's pose. Inhale into plank. Exhale, down dog. Left leg lifts, hold here. Sinking the right heel down. Feeling that stretch through the right. Inhale into plank again. Hover that left leg up and then drop it down. We're going to do one more each side. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Right leg lifts. Inhale, plank. Exhale, drop that knee down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Left leg up. Inhale. And exhale, down. Good. And let's come on to all fours. Bringing your hands right under your shoulders. Knees should be right below your hips. And let's go into a cat cow, pushing the tops of the feet, shins into the floor, into the mat. Inhale, tailbone lifts, gazing up, long and strong arms, shoulders down and back. On the exhale, tailbone tucks under, chin to the chest, and really push the hands down into the ground, squeezing the glutes. Move with your breath. Inhale into cow. Exhale, cat. And then as you Go up and down here. Now you can move a little bit. So maybe side to side feels a little bit better. Circling out through the core from your quadratus lumborum out to the side, sticking your glutes out. Maybe your neck rotating side to side. Whatever feels good as you're loosening up the spine, loosening up your joints. And then slowly begin to find yourself back in your neutral position, rolling the toes under and lifting into downward facing dog. Transferring that pressure from your wrists into the fingertips. So really try to take that pressure off the wrists. I'm going to tippy toe, heels up, tippy toe your feet to your hands, and come into forward fold, soft knees. And then just slowly shift from side to side, grounding all four corners of your feet into the ground, into the floor. And almost as if you're seaweed floating in the water, shifting from side to side. Feeling from your low back all the way through the torso, through the arms, down to the fingertips. And then ground yourself here. Good. Keeping your left knee bent and straightening the right, left hand in front of the right toes. If you don't have that range, then on the top of your foot or on your shin. Inhale, right arm to the sky. So left hand is down, right arm is up. Squeeze and open up the chest. Find your thumb, shifting slightly forward into the ball of your foot. So you're feeling this stretch from your glutes through the hamstrings behind the knee, all the way down through your heel. Deep breaths here. Left hand is pushing down through all the way up right fingertips. Inhale, one more. Exhale, float down. So we're going to bend the bend the right, straighten the left. Right hand in front of the left toes or on the top of your foot or on your shin. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Control breath. If you want to inhale through the nose and open mouth, exhale. Release all the tension, the stress, the tightness, the stickiness. Trying to end closer to the end of our week. Inhale completely. Exhale, float down all the way forward, fold. Reaching back, interlace the fingers. Squeeze your shoulder blades, straighten your arms, chest expansion. Try to bring your chin to your chest. Maybe shaking your head yes and shaking your head no. And then knuckles reaching up to the sky. Open up. Inhale. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, monkey, flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, float forward, fold. Uttasana. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive. Oppose pressure with your feet. Inhale and reach. Exhale, hands to prayer. Surya Namaskar. Inhale and reach. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Just moving here, getting that blood flow. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uddiyana. Exhale, hop or step back. Move through your vinyasa, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Two more breaths. Bend the knees, gaze forward, hop or step, feet to the hands, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, inhale and reach. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale and reach. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, fold, hop or step back, vinyasa. Add 2 push-ups here. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Take it back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Bend the knees, gaze forward. Hop or step, feet to the hands, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive, inhale, reach. 2 more rounds here. Inhale, reach. Swan dive, down, fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, fold, hop or step back, vinyasa. 3 push-ups here. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Lower chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Exhale, let everything go. Bend the knees, gaze forward. Hop or step, fix the hands, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, reaching, reverse swan dive. Last round here. Inhale and reach. Swan dive, down, fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, fold, hop or step back, vinyasa. Lower chaturanga. Inhale. Lower chaturanga. Lift up. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And we lift all the way up. Up dog or cobra. Good. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Good. We're going to loosen up the low back. Arms out into a T position. Head is in neutral. We're going scorpion. Lift up and engage that left leg. So we're going to lift, bend the knee. Arms pushing out into a T, palms down. So really lift, point the toe, and we're going to pivot. Top of the knee should be pointing to the sky. So I'm reaching both arms out. I'm activating my hamstrings, lift up and reach back. Stretch out, glute, hip area, deep breaths here. I can look to the left, lift up, extend, and then lower. Right leg, lift up, active. Bend the knee, lift a little bit higher, and pivot. I'm looking now to my right, reaching my right arm out, top of the knee pointing to the sky. Inhale up, and exhale, release. Let's go again. So we're gonna flow here. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale up, active. Exhale, pivot. Inhale, exhale down. Lift, pivot, hold. Inhale, exhale, lower. Activate, bend, and float to the side. You may have one side that's a little tighter than the other. So this time we're going to hold. Inhale, exhale, pivot, hold here. Take 3 breaths. Relax your shoulders. Good, and release. Last time, inhale, activate, lift. Bend the knee, top of the knee pointing to the sky as much as possible. Try to touch and tap the toes to the ground. Good. Slowly lower. Hands by your chest. Push back into extended child's pose. So from here, child's pose, I want you to bring your knees out wide as your mat, toes touching, and then push back again, sinking into a wide knee child's pose. Good, slowly come up, back to all fours, hands shoulder width distance, wrists right under your shoulders, knees hip width distance, knees right under your hips. We're going into a reach through. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Hold and breathe. So extend, pushing into that left, reaching up. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, we're going to reach through. Right hand Goes through the left, palm is up. Reach as far over as possible. Sink the shoulder down. My glutes are sinking back slightly, and I'm going to reach my left arm up, opening up. Deep breath. Try to sink the right shoulder down and back. Inhale one more. Exhale, left hand reaches forward and try to square that left shoulder down to the floor. Left shoulder is down, right shoulder drawing down. Hold here. So my left hand is pushing forward and I'm sinking down. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, let everything go. And then slowly come up. So now we're going to go on to the other side. We're on all fours. Right hand is down. Inhale, left arm up. Hold and breathe. And open up a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale a little bit more. Exhale, reach through. Left palm is up. Reaching all the way over to the right, sinking down. My left shoulder is sinking down. My head is on the ground and looking over toward my left hand over to the right. And my right arm is up. Trying to sink the glutes down a little bit here. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath. Inhale. On my exhale, I'm bringing my right hand reaching forward. Now squaring my shoulders to the ground. My right shoulder is armpit now toward the ground. My left palm is still up. Hold and breathe. Left shoulder drawing down away from my ear. Good. Slowly release. Come back to all fours. Cat cow. Good. Down dog. Right leg is up. Right hip opens up. Bend the knee. Open up that hip. So may adjust that hip a little bit. And we're going to slowly pivot our dog. We're going to pivot off that left foot. If you want to pivot your dog, landing both feet down, hips up. A little back bend here. Reaching. Inhale. Slowly come back. Exhale, leg comes down. Let's go through a vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Take it back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up to the sky. Open up the hips, bend the knee. Sink that right heel down. Hands pushing forward, equal weight distribution in your hands. Good, we're going to continue that pivot. Flip your dog if you want to. Pivot off that right foot. Place the left foot down. Hips up and open. Reach here. Squeeze. Glutes, hamstrings working in this upside down dog, flipping your dog. Almost like a wheel. And we're going to slowly flip back. Left leg lifts. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And take it back, down dog. Good, right leg up. Let's take that right leg through. Drop the left knee, drop the left toes. Modified crescent moon. Lunging forward, so getting into that hip flexor. Arms up. We're going to take that right hand to the left wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you're reaching up and over with that left arm. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release, hands down. Bring both hands inside the right foot. Walk your right foot out slightly, shoulders down and back. So I want you to wiggle that right knee out and in. And then work your forearms down to the ground if you can. Deep breaths. So we're trying to Lift that, I want the top of the left foot on the ground and try to lift, activate that left leg, lifting up, lift the knee up off the ground. Draw your chest forward, head is beginning to lift. Try to ground your forearms, draw the forearms back to your body, lifting here, active. Inhale. Exhale, release. Left knee comes down, walk your hands back. Left hand inside the right foot, right arm to the sky. Roll the left toes under and lift that left leg. Inhale here. Exhale, right hand floats down. Step back, down dog, right leg lifts up to the sky. Flip your dog. Pivot off that left, hips up and reach. Inhale here. Exhale, flip back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And take it back, downward facing dog. Good, left leg up. Left leg steps through between your hands. Drop the right knee, drop the right toes. Walk your left foot out to the left a little bit. Sinking here. We're gonna reach both arms up. Left hand is grabbing the right wrist. Inhale. Exhale, reaching over to the left. Bicep should be right by the ear on the right. Feel the hip flexors releasing. Deep breath in through your diaphragm. Expand the belly. Inhale, come up. Good. Exhale, release. Both hands come down inside. Wiggle that left knee out and in, out and in. Float onto your forearms. And just be patient with your body. One hip may be a little bit tighter than the other. Instead of rounding out and dropping the head down, I want the head active. Lift the chest. Top of the right foot pushing into the floor and lift. Activate that right leg. Try to draw the forearms closer to the body. Active right leg pushing down. Top of the foot. The shin should be lifted. Quad should be lifted. Try to drive that left elbow down a little bit more. Good. Slowly bring that right leg down. Right knee comes down. Walk your hands up. Right hand walks inside the left. Inhale, left arm to the sky. We twist. Roll the right toes under and lift into that extended, twisted crescent moon. Breathe here. Crescent moon. Twisting lunge. Inhale. Exhale, float down. Step back, down dog. Left leg lifts. Pivot off that right foot. Coming into flipping your dog if you want. If you don't want to flip your dog, stay in down dog. Inhale. Exhale, float back. Both feet are down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Drop your knees. Sink into extended child's pose. Good. And slowly come up. We're going to go into a cow face pose. So left leg is down and right knee is stacking on top. And then we're going to sit down. So try not to sit on your heels. Your heels should be right outside your hips. So our knees are stacked and we're sitting tall. Good. Right arm comes up, right hand back, left arm under. Try to walk your left hand to meet your right. Maybe your fingertips touch, maybe they overlap. If they don't, you can grab a long sleeve shirt. You can grab a strap and use a strap here. Hold and breathe. Right elbow lifting up. Deep breath with the left shoulder as an internal rotation here. Try to sink that left hip down. Sink the right hip. That's going to want to pop up. Sink it down. Inhale completely. Exhale, release. Keeping the knees stacked. So we're going to do a little nerve work, visual and vestibular stimulation, and then go back to that same stretch. So I'm going to have you place your thumb out. Your thumb should be eye level. You're going to keep your eyes on your thumb and turn your head no. So you're going to go side to side, lateral, keeping your thumbnail in clear view. Turning. And then go horizontal side. And now we're going to go down and up, keeping the eyes clear with the nail. As down as far as you can and up. So your thumb is stable, keeping that nail in clear vision, going, yes, up and down. You go slower as fast as you need to, back to the center, and then go back to that stretch. Right arm reaches up, left arm reaches back. Are you a little closer? Can you feel your fingers a little bit more? Can you interlace now? Hold and breathe. Draw that hip down. Inhale. Exhale, release. Shake it out. We're going to slowly shift. So we're going feet flat and then a little windshield wiper opposite with the feet. Good. Now go out, out, out. All right. Lifting up. Right leg is down first. And we're going to stack the left knee on top of the right. Heels should be right by your side. Sitting on your glutes and not your heels. Shifting, making sure you're centered. If you have a block, a roll, if you feel that you're falling backward, then you can lift your hips and anterior tilt your pelvis a little bit more to get more centered into your hip. So try to square the left hip down. So your right hip is grounded, left hip is trying to square down. Maybe if we had a sandbag, we'd place a sandbag on our left hip. Sitting tall here. And we're going to take that left elbow, arm up, elbows high, bending here, opening up the tricep, the lats, shoulder, and then take your right hand under, and then try to walk your right hand up to meet the left fingertips. Hold here. Deep breaths. You're as tall as possible. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Same visual stimulation. So we're going to take that thumb out, maybe your other hand, and we're going clear vision, side to side, keeping that thumbnail in clear vision, side to side. Go as far as you can, 3 to 5 times each side. Thumb is stable, head turns. And then back to the center, and then thumb is horizontal. And now we're going up and down. Yes. So first we went side to side, no. Now we're going yes. Up and down, yes. Your thumbnail and eye vision straight out, all the way up, so you can see down. And back to the center. And release. Left arm comes up again, reach it back. Can you get a little bit closer this time? Can you feel your fingertips? Closer, elbow is high. Internal rotation at the right shoulder. Deep breaths. Sink the left hip down. Inhale completely. And exhale, slowly release. Shake it out. So we're doing our vision with our inner ear. So our visio-ocular reflex. So we're working our nervous system, trying to stimulate using our vision and our inner ear with our ocular system and helping with range of motion, a little stickiness that happens, and if we can get more stimulation from the nerve, then we can get more movement and range of motion. So let's slowly come out with our hips. So here we're going to shake out. And now, taking whatever you have, if you have a foam roll or a ball, we're going to start at the shoulder girdle. So I'm going to start with my left, and we're going to go right under the armpit. And I have my elbow bent, and the roller is right under my shoulder blade and the armpit here. So it's kind of on the side of the armpit. And I'm rolling up and down, just little movements up and down. So you can use the foam roll, or you can use a ball. And the ball, tennis ball, lacrosse ball, golf ball may be a little small, but it'll still work. And so you're going to find a tender area. So with the ball, it's going to be a little bit more of a pinpoint area. So try to get under the shoulder blade and massage into that tissue. It should not be sharp pain. If you feel sharp pain, you stop. If it feels mild discomfort, that's okay. So you're going with your own sensory system. How does it feel? Okay, so once I feel a tight area, now I can do some internal and external rotation with my arm. So I'm going to bring my palm down, my palm up. So some pinpoint areas. If that doesn't feel good, then stop. If it doesn't feel anything because you have range, then find another area and pivot internal, external rotation. So it's whatever feels right for you. Maybe some circular motions, maybe bigger circles or smaller circles, or just holding. If you're holding and find this tight area, deep breath in, hold, exhale completely. So take a couple breaths there. And then we're going to take the ball or the foam roll on the outside of your deltoid. So bringing your arm in by your side and just some along the shoulder muscle. We're going to go up and down, and then you can go side to side, crossing the muscle fibers and along the muscle fibers. So I'm driving that shoulder down and in. Deep breaths. So if you're feeling tightness in the front of the deltoid, you can get the front of the deltoid. So just you have to manipulate your body to go in the best position for your tender area. So I'm going to bring my foam roll on top of the shoulder, my left shoulder, and I'm going up and down. So I have a tender area here, breathing here. So sometimes shoulder, everything's connected. So if you have a shoulder issue, it could affect your neck, it could affect your back, and then all the way down or up. So remember, everything is connected on our body. So you don't just want to treat the injured area, you want to treat the whole body. But today we're starting at the shoulder. So we've done a couple of series with the whole body. We did a neck, head to toe. So today, get a little bit of your pec muscle. So on the chest, find that tight area. We can go ab and adduction with the arm, up and down. Deep breaths. And then once you're done, so we went under, out, and front. And kind of just see how it feels. Maybe loosen up, do some shoulder circles. Tilt your head side to side. And just assess, does that feel better? Does it feel better, same, or worse? If it feels worse, then we're not going to do that again. If it feels better, great. If it feels the same, all right, well, maybe you need to do it a little bit longer. So notice the difference on your side, and then let's balance out the body and get to the other side. So with the other side, we're going to start again under, So I'm going to show you facing away so you can see what I'm doing. Under the shoulder blade, so I have my armpit down, like up and down. So we have a lot of muscles that originate and insert in similar areas. So there's a lot of pulling that can happen if you're not stretching enough, or if you're not being good to your body and massaging. So when our muscles are tired, when they fatigue, they shorten up a little bit. So we really want to get that plastic elongation or lengthening. So by rolling out, loosening up the connective tissue around the joints, around the muscle will really help. I'm going to hold in a tight area. I'm going to go internal and external rotation. Adjust my body a little bit more. So again, you need to go with what feels right for your body and the area that's tender for you. So now I'm going to bring my elbow in, and I go on the outside of my deltoid, outside of my shoulder. So if we've been doing a lot of shoulder exercises throughout the week, this is a great way to finish off your week. Over your body and loosen up. Deep breaths really help move the toxins through. Good deep exhalation, moving that carbon dioxide out, which is waste product. And now I'm going to go pec, so my chest, so the front. So if my chest is tight, it may pull on my shoulder girdle. I'm going to go out and in, up and down, abduction, adduction. If I want more of a pinpoint area, you can use the ball. So whatever feels right for you. Remember not to rush through these. Even if you're short on time, maybe you pick a certain area and focus on that area instead of just rushing through. Maybe you slept funny one night, and so you need to loosen up the body. So let's notice how we feel. Shoulder circles, range of motion, head, side to side. How does that feel? Feels pretty good. So we did the shoulder girdle. Now let's go inside so we can get our rhomboids right in between our shoulder blades and part of our trap. So you can take foam roll or ball. If you're doing ball, you're going to go each side. And if you're doing the foam roll, you can do 2 at a time. So I'm going to start at my upper part of my trapezius on the side of the shoulder blade, in inner medial part, the middle part of my shoulder blade. Start up and then slowly up and down, lower in between my shoulder blades. So it's pretty tender in this area. So maybe if the ball is too much, then you go back with a bigger ball or a foam roll. If you have a medicine ball, you can use a medicine ball. So we don't need to mash the muscles. We're not trying to push as hard as we can. We're just trying to loosen up the tissue. Okay, so some people just try to mash as hard as they can. We don't really need to do that. So use your body weight to adjust as what is comfortable or mild discomfort for you. So you are manipulating your body, and so you know what's best for you. So loosening up the rhomboids, the trapezius muscle, all these deep muscles that are holding that shoulder blade, maybe some arm circles. So we've been on the computer probably more than ever. So really trying to open up these muscles so we don't lead to rounding of the upper back, protraction of our neck. So we want to retract the chin, sit tall, and lift here. All right, so we're trying to prevent all of this rounding that's going to happen. Then our lats get tight, then the shoulder isn't moving as well. So we really want to open up. If you have a foam roll, then we can just place that foam roll. Maybe you get a big beach towel or a blanket and roll up the blanket and open up here. Just stay, put your head on the roll and arms out. And just hold here. So let's stay here for a few moments. Deep breath, open up the chest. So the base of your skull, your occiput, should be on the top of the roll. And then you can slowly pivot, say no, side to side. So this is where our trapezius originates. Open up the shoulder blades. Shoulder blades are trying to round the roll. Top of your hand and your elbows should be touching the ground. Deep breaths. Good. One more. Inhale completely. Exhale. Good. Slowly roll to your side. Excuse me, and come up. All right. So the last little bit here, we're going to go on to our hip. And we're going to find a tender area on our hip. So you're going to take a ball and go right onto your side of your hip. So we're getting a very tender area. So I'm going to place I'm on my left side, my left leg is down, my right leg is up. And I'm finding this beginning basically of my glute medius. So it's on the side, very small muscle. We've been doing some lateral movements and bounding this week. So I'm going to just basically go, the ball is on the side and I'm rolling forward and back. So I'm resting my forearm down, I'm on my elbow and forearm on my left, and I'm going forward and back. So it's very tender. Again, don't mash it. Just use your body weight and put a little bit more pressure or less pressure. So best is a ball for this one because it's a smaller area. If you don't have a ball, that's okay. So then you can go around the glute and kind of loosen up the glute a little bit. Sometimes it's a little tight and tickly. So deepen your breath a little bit because we have so much tightness going on. And then find your way back to that glute medius. And it should be pretty tight, pinpoint area. Okay, now I'm going to bring that right leg back. And now I want to flex. I'm going to bring my knee up and down. Bring your knee up and down. So about 5 times. Now it should be really tender, so you don't have to go fast. Up and down. Good. So once you hit that tender area, we're going to do flexion extension of the hip and then slowly release off the ball and sit up for a moment, shake out the legs, notice the difference in your hip. So if your hip's tight, it may pull on your back. Okay, so let's go to the other side. Taking that ball right below your hip bone on the side of the hip. So finding that tender area, you will feel it. So once you hit it, you know, like, that's it. Now don't mash it. Just gently come up and down or forward and back. Breathe. So adjusting your body so you are not going too far, too deep. Maybe that leg. So now I'm on the right side. Right forearm is down. Right leg is extended. Left leg is in front. So if you're on the glute medius and you need a little break, go to the glute maximus and just give your butt muscle a big roll, and that should feel pretty good. Not as tender maybe as the glute medius, a little smaller muscle pinpoint area, and then maybe you find your way back to the glute medius again. Deep breaths. And then bring that leg back so you have enough room. So the reason why I'm bringing the leg behind the straight, so left leg behind the right, is because I need room to do the flexion and extension. So up and down, find that pinpoint tender area, and then if you can, bring that knee up and down 5 times. Breathe. Good. So maybe you work that ball up toward your hip. Trying to get that movement, better movement, less stickiness. And then you can slowly roll off. Remove that ball. And then again, take an assessment. How do you feel? Maybe you butterfly your feet. Maybe you extend your feet. Maybe you do windshield wipers. Whatever feels that you can assess your range of motion. Is it better, same, worse? So let's go into a half lotus if you can. So we're going to take our one leg, it doesn't matter what leg, the outside of the foot, place that outside of the foot into your crux of your elbow, and then you're going to wrap your other arm around, kind of like we're rocking the baby. We're holding a baby here. And that's what we're doing, is rocking the baby back and forth, maybe circles around. So it should feel a little bit better because of our loosening up of our glute medius. Good. And then place the outside of that foot into your hip crease, sit tall. So if you feel that you're sinking back too far, take the edge of a pillow, a blanket, a foam roll, a block, and you can sit on the edge of it so you can lift up and tilt your pelvis forward a little bit more. So instead of feeling that you're falling back, you're going to be lifting up. So we're here. So I want you to keep your sit bones connected to the ground and walk your hands forward. As you walk your hands forward, shoulders down and back, draw the hands toward your body. Fist distance, chin to chest. Inhale, exhale. Walk the hands forward. Sit bones still grounded. Bend the elbows. Try to bring the chest closer to the ground. Inhale. On your next exhale, allow yourself to roll all the way down, chin to chest, and slowly walk it out. Good. So whatever leg is on top is going to the bottom. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other leg. So outside of that other foot into the crux of the opposite elbow, and then wrapping your other arm around, elbow around the knee. Interlace if you can. And we're rocking our baby. So you can rock back and forth, or you can do circles, internal, external circles. And then we're going to place the outside of the foot into the hip crease. This is our half lotus. You can sit on the edge of a block. That's going to help you anteriorly tilt your pelvis. Round your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Lead with the center of your chest. Walk your hands forward. Inhale. Exhale, dropping the elbows down. Try to keep that neutral spine first. Sit bones connected to the ground. Forearms dropping down. Hips releasing, low back releasing. On this next exhale, allow yourself to roll all the way down, chin to the chest. And then slowly come up. Good. And untwist. Bring your knees into your chest, float to your back, rocking side to side, just easy here. Slowly bringing the knees out wide, bringing your hands into the inner part of your knees, continuing side to side. Slowly bringing the feet up into a happy baby. Back is flat, glutes down, soles of the feet pointing to the sky. We're bringing the ankle right above the knee and the knee down, trying to bring it to the arm. We're gonna grab our big toe, hook our big toe, if you can, to index finger, middle finger, you're hooking around the big toe, placing your thumb on top, and then extend your legs as wide as you can. So it doesn't matter if you can straighten or not. Hold. And then stay controlled here. We're going to rock side to side. So we slowly rock, tapping the right leg down, keeping it wide. And then control back, control, drop the left leg down. So we stay as wide as we can. Control, right, stay wide. Control, use your abs to control that drop. Soft. Good. One more each side. Stay wide. Good. And back to neutral. Bend the knees. Soles of the feet together, knees out. Come up. Use your elbows, push the knees out. Lower down. Knees into the chest, rock side to side again. Arms out to a T. Both knees at 90. Drop both knees over to the left, looking over the right shoulder. Think about the right rib cage rolling down toward the floor. Extend the right leg. So I've let both legs are over to the left. My right leg is on top. I'm going to grab my right big toe if I can. Drop my right hip down. So my right hip's going to want to crouch up into my rib cage. I want to extend it down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And release. Knees up 90 degrees. And arms out to a T. Flip both knees over to the right, breathing over the left shoulder. Try to float the left rib cage down to the floor. Extending the left leg up and out, trying to grab the left toes. My left hip draws down, grounding that left hip down. So instead of creeping up into my rib cage, I'm extending down. Inhale completely. Exhale, release. And rolling onto my back. Bringing my knees into my chest, nose to the knees, give yourself a big hug. And then exhale, release. Take as much real estate up on your mat as possible, legs out, arms out, closing your eyes. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And normal breath. Just relax here. Melting into the mat. Noticing how relaxed you feel. So you can either stay here in this relaxed position, enjoying just how the energy of your body feels, energy of the room, wherever you are. Or you can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a deep breath. Then roll to your side. And then come up to a seated position. So you can stay in Shavasana or come up, bringing your hands to prayer, thumbs to your heart center. Thank you for allowing me to guide you today, focusing on our shoulder girdle and hips. Enjoy the rest of your day and the weekend. My spirit honors yours. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great one.